Hello everyone, this is Kafousia from Greece, from Arsakeio schools of Patras. I want to start by thanking Lyceum for organizing such a wonderful conference, bringing people together on such interesting topics as is the education of the future. My presentation is called Global Citizens in the Making, and it concerns how to prepare students for the future through Model United Nations conferences. This is our discussion for today in a nutshell. As you can see, there is a very short introduction concerning a few basic facts about MUN, and then I'm going to analyze the main educational benefits of MUN, categorizing those benefits in 4 different categories, and then drawing some conclusion regarding how students are made to be global citizens of the future through MUN. So these are a few basic facts about Model United Nations, which is also known as Model UN or MUN in short. It's a popular extracurricular activity in which students role-play delegates to the United Nations, simulate UN committees, and learn about diplomacy, international relations, current world issues, and the UN itself. Every year, hundreds of thousands of students from all around the world are taking part in Model United Nations conferences held in schools and universities. It's important to note that many of today's leaders in law, government, business, humanities, and the arts are people who have participated in such simulations as students. The first ever recorded MUN conference took place at the University of Oxford in 1921, although then it was known as Model of the League Nations Committees because United Nations was founded a few years later after the end of World War II in 1945. A few things about the process of MUN participation, especially for those of you who are not familiar with the procedure. Once a school or an individual have registered for a conference, they're allocated with a country to represent. Each student represents a country usually other than their own. This is very important. In a committee with particular topics. For example, a school can be assigned to represent the country of Denmark with different students in different committees, such as the Disarmament Committee or the Environment Commission. And there are typically 2 things that a student needs to prepare before attending the conference. The first one is their position paper, or in other words, a policy statement, which explains their topic and the position their country is holding towards the issue. And the second one is the resolution, which is divided into 2 parts, the preambles and the operative clauses, where the student explains what has been done and what needs to be done in order to resolve the issue. Now we're going to move on to an analysis of the educational benefits of MUN. Before I start, let me share a quote with you that I like. The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. Now, I wanted to share with you this diagram, which I found the International Labour Organization Global Framework website, as it was published in 2021, and it involves the 4 categories of skills someone should have for life and work in the 21st century. And we're going to take that step by step and analyze how MUN helps in the development of these skills. So the first set of skills are the social and emotional skills. To start with, MUN helps in communication skills, public speaking, since students need to speak in front of an audience, something which helps them become more confident and articulate speakers. They learn how to debate and negotiate, which sharpens their abilities to clearly express their viewpoint and try to persuade others or make compromises. And very importantly, they need to be active listeners because they should listen carefully to their fellow delegates and they need to listen carefully before they respond to their points. Collaboration and teamwork. Learners learn how to work in groups. During conference days, they form alliances, something which teaches them how to collaborate in delegate tasks, and they also learn how to build consensus and work towards a common goal in order to find effective solution. Conflict resolution and negotiation. Students need to work together to draft, negotiate, and amend resolutions on complex issues. So this process teaches them the art of compromise, strategic thinking, and the importance of balancing different perspectives and interests. Also in MUN, students simulate the roles of diplomats from various countries, which requires them to understand and articulate their country's positions, present arguments, respond to counter-arguments, and engage in constructive dialogue. Another set of skills which is very important for the future are the so-called emotional intelligence skills. MUN fosters self-awareness because students need to present their viewpoints and arguments in front of others, so that helps them become more aware of their emotions, their strengths, and areas for improvement or their weaknesses. They also learn how to self-regulate, manage stress and anxiety. Many students have described the MUN environment as challenging or even high pressure, so it's very important for students to learn how to regulate their emotions, cope with stress, and stay composed. Very much like track athletes, they need to keep going, keep talking, overcoming stress or difficulties. They also learn how to handle crises. MUN often includes crisis simulations where unexpected situations arise, something which requires quick thinking, adaptability, and effective negotiation under pressure. This can teach students how to handle conflicts, enhancing their ability to think on the spot and manage high stress situations. Leadership skills is another set of skills that MUN helps students acquire by learning how to motivate others, managing group dynamics, guiding discussion, influencing and inspiring their fellow delegates. Not only that, but it also teaches them how to empathize and how to take different perspectives. By representing different countries with diverse perspectives, it helps students understand and empathize with views sometimes very different from their own. They also learn how to delve into global issues, appreciate the complexities of international relations, and the human impact of these issues. Moving on to the second category of educational benefits, those are the development of cognitive and metacognitive skills. Analytical and critical thinking is the first set. MUN requires extensive research on countries, global issues, and policies, and this sharpens students' analytical skills as they gather, evaluate, and synthesize information from various sources. They also learn how to critically evaluate the reliability of their sources and the validity of the information they find. They need to learn how to handle these vast amounts of information, which is a crucial part of MUN participation. Problem solving, which is a part of creative and innovative thinking. Delegates often face complex global issues that require creative solutions, and they need to find creative um, they need to think innovatively in order to propose feasible and impactful policies. During debates, students must think on their feet, providing others with convincing arguments with the goal of building consensus to solve global problems. It's also a great opportunity for self-reflection and learning how to learn. Student performance in MUN conferences, and this is very important, it's mainly evaluated by the students themselves and their peers, not by teachers. There is no grading or evaluation by the teachers, although they can surely give feedback. Motivation to do well, therefore, comes from within. MUN also fosters a lifelong learning mindset by exposing themselves to a diverse array of topics and global issues from different perspectives. Students realize the complexities of international relations, of politics, of human affairs in a broader sense. And as an example of a holistic educational activity, MUN can instill a love for learning and a lifelong curiosity for world affairs. Something very important is that learners learn how to collect, organize, and analyze information. As we have said, students collect information regarding the country they represent, their policy, background information on their community's issues, and it's very important that they learn how to organize, categorize, and synthesize this information. Analyzing this data is also very important because they learn how to interpret and use information effectively. Moving on to the third set of skills, those are the digital skills. Research skills to start with, this is very important. Students need to use online databases, UN sites, government websites, reputable news sources in order to gather their information. So they develop the ability to navigate digital platforms effectively and evaluate the reliability or non-reliability of their sources. They also use a great variety of digital communication skills. They send emails, they take part in online fora, they use social media video conferencing tools to communicate with their peers, their team members, their secretariat teams. So this is very important because they will learn how to collaborate remotely with other people which are maybe in different locations. And the challenge of the future is, of course, integrating artificial intelligence tools. Students are already utilizing AI tools to help them with research and analysis. They use to gain first insights into a problem, brainstorm ideas, and gather information. It's a great opportunity. MUN is a great opportunity for students to start training on how to use AI technologies ethically. We can give emphasis as teachers to the importance of critical thinking in interpreting and synthesizing AI generated findings. Students can be encouraged to use it, for example, to validate their findings or to support their argumentation, but they should be encouraged to assess the credibility, the relevance, and the potential bias of AI generated information. Students can be trained to use these tools responsibly and actively, which is still a challenge. Now, the last set of skills which involve environmental awareness. This is a quote that I like. In nature, nothing exists alone. MUN helps develop environmental awareness by exposing students to a vast array of information that concerns the environment, climate change, climate migration, deforestation, water scarcity, biodiversity laws. These are just some of the issues that students have been called to study. They read articles, they watch videos, they study policies. So this helps them understand the complexity and urgency of these issues. And by role playing, diplomats in committees such as the United Nations Environment Programme or the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, they realize the links between governments, between economies and ecosystems. So as a conclusion, we could say that MUN helps in raising awareness of global challenges, in making full use of students' creative processes in order to contribute to effective solutions. It develops all the necessary 21st century skills. It builds students' confidence and their leadership abilities. It empowers them to become self-confident, lifelong learners that can be adaptable, that can be flexible, and that they can stand in the world or against it if necessary, and face the challenges of today and of the future. So for us, what is the future of education? For me, it's empowerment. And what does empowerment mean? It's having control over your learning, deciding what works and what does not work for you, develop the critical skills to handle vast oceans of information and data, engaging actively in decision-making processes, do not allow AI to do the job for you, being an agent of positive change and never stopping to evolve, grow, and take risks. Thank you all for your attention and for your time. This is my contact info in case you have some remarks and you want to reach me. Goodbye and good luck to everyone.